This year, the Cleveland International Film Festival is proud to present George Gund III with the Legacy Award.
He's forever been a wonderful advisor and so generous to us, and the impact on his impact on our organization is very, very significant.
He had faith in the idea, at least, and in me, and it was wonderful, and I'm very grateful, and I think the Cleveland Film Festival owes George Gund a lot.
George's passion and interest and support of film in general, and Eastern European film in particular, is what really launched the Eastern European programming here at the Cleveland Film Festival, and clearly supports it all the way through today with the awards that we're presenting.
George Gund is a very prominent figure, not only here in the States and in his hometown, but also outside, let's say in Europe, where I come from, in Germany, but also in neighboring countries, especially in Eastern Europe, since his heart is beating so much for East European cinema, probably for the cinema of the world.
George is what I would call the quintessential citizen of the world. You know, not only does he travel a lot, but he's lived all over the world and always is amazing us, because he'll show up at a board meeting and you have to ask him, you know, where did you just come from?
When I was watching the New York Philharmonic on PBS performing in Pyongyang, North Korea, the camera at one point panned the audience, and there was a woman, an Asian woman, sitting in the audience who looked somewhat familiar to me. And I didn't know who that was until the camera pulled back a little bit, and she was sitting next to George Gund, and it was George's wife, Yara Lee.
We met in Karlovy Vary, for example. This I remember very much, and it was a deep, deep impression to see this huge mécène of cinema art of today, and in person. So I'm very proud that I'm one of the persons that met him.
I remember there was a weekend when the Board of Trustees had scheduled an all-day Saturday strategic planning session, which was held out at the Gwynn Estate in Bracknell. And most every board member was there, but since George lives in California, we weren't really expecting him. And then at about 10 o'clock in the morning, just after we'd gotten started, George is walking up the driveway toward the house. And we thought, this is fantastic. We weren't expecting him, and here he was, and he was able to participate for most of the day and offer some great insights on all the history that he brought with us, since he'd been part of the festival since the very beginning.
He's a person who's passionate about film. He runs the San Francisco Film Festival. He was the president of the board of trustees of the San Francisco Film Festival, and he might be interested. He's passionate about Cleveland, and since Cleveland was an ethnically rich city, is an ethnically rich city, George's passion happens to be about Eastern European films, so this may be the perfect storm.
There are many generous donors who give time and money. There are many, many hundreds of fans there, and many serious film scholars. But how often are all three of those things in one terrific human being? So thank you very much, Cleveland International Film Festival, for honoring George, and congratulations, George, and thank you for your fabulous, fascinating life at the movies.
谢谢你对克利夫兰国际电影节的捐献。
شكرا لمهرجان كليفلاند الدولي للفيلم.
Taos-pusong nagpapasalamat sa contribution at sa pagsuporta sa pelikula sa Film Fest dito sa Cleveland.
Hola, muchísimas gracias para todo su apoyo y las contribuciones aquí en Cleveland para el Festival de Cine. Muchísimas gracias. Un beso.
Obrigado, George Gund, por toda a sua contribuição para o Festival de Cinema de Cleveland.
Merci pour votre contribution au film présenté au Cleveland International Film Festival.
So ein ganz herzlicher Glückwunsch an George Gund III, oder wie wir in Deutschland sagen würden, Georg III. Ich hatte das Vergnügen, ihn auch selber persönlich kennenzulernen auf Festivals in Osteuropa, und ich weiß, dass sein Herz ganz besonders dafür schlägt, und nochmal ganz herzlichen Glückwunsch und vielen Dank für die Unterstützung für dieses wunderbare Cleveland International Film Festival.
Hvala vam za sve što ste radili za našeg festivala. And now, the Legacy Award goes to George Gund III. Thank you for your contribution to the Cleveland International Film Festival.